This is obviously going to happen next. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic is going to obviously happen next, in my opinion. At UFC 290, International Fight Week in July. That's what they're already looking at. But I need to give an early prediction. I just need to. For this fight, I need to give an early prediction and breakdown. Who wins this fight and how. And I think by the thumbnail, you know who I'm going to pick. I think Jon Jones will win. But it's close in some ways. But I think Jones would dominate this fight, if I'm honest with you guys. Alright. It's going to happen. 290. UFC 290. International Fight Week in July. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic for the Heavyweight World Championship. Stipe now as the challenger versus now the champion, Jon Jones. And yeah, it's an interesting fight. I like the fight. I think Jones would dominate it, though. That's the issue. I think Jones would dominate this fight and possibly get maybe a head kick KO over Stipe Miocic. Stipe's old and active. If this was a Stipe that won 2 in a row, or maybe 3 in a row possibly, against contenders coming up, maybe he beat Tai Tuivasa, then fought like a Curtis Blades and beat both of them somehow. I think he could beat Tai Tuivasa stylistically, but Blades is a tough fight for him. Maybe then he'd have more of a chance here. But what has Stipe done? He's been gone for 2 years. I know not officially yet, but when they fight, it'll be 2 years and a half when he fights Jon Jones. And yeah, that's not good, man. And the last time he was in a crowd, I looked this up yesterday, the last time he was in an official crowd, arena, main event, all the spotlight in a full-out, sold-out crowd, was in August of 2019. August of 2019. I know the whole world went to shit. And they had to fight in the Apex. They had to do the trilogy of Cormier in the Apex. And then they had to do... what did they have to do? They had to do the Ngannou rematch, also in the Apex. But I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't give a fuck. He's first off been inactive. Alright? He's first off been inactive. He hasn't fought. And he hasn't fought in a sold-out crowd by the time in around almost 4 years. Jones has fought. He's fought. And he's fought just now against Cyril Gane. And after 3 years off, I get it. But now he just shook the cobwebs away. He shook the cobwebs off. Beat Cyril Gane easily. And even if he fought him to a decision or something, he still shook it off. And he's got a big one like that. Stipe hasn't had that moment in a while. I think Stipe would get beat up badly here and finished at the end of round 1 with either a head kick I can see, rocking Stipe, Jones landing shots against the cage, landing big shots. Jones is a bit slow. I'll admit that. He is a bit slow at heavyweight, but Stipe, he's not as fast either. So, and Jones was handling Gane alright. And Gane's a fast guy on the feet. And he landed a couple good shots on Gane. If you watch it back slowly, he did land a good straight on Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane was backing out. So Jones, you can maybe say the reach. The reach is a factor, but that's not Jones's fault. He has a long reach. It's not Jones's fault, it's a long reach. And Jones, yeah. I think he would beat Stipe. I think he would. I don't think Stipe would out-grapple him. I think Jones is strong enough to keep Stipe off of him. Now, does Jones out-grapple Stipe? That's the issue. That's the question, not the issue. That's the question. Does Jones out-grapple Stipe? Gane coming into it, we were all like, will Gane have the takedown defense? Will Gane have the takedown defense? Coming into the Jones-Gane build-up. Will Gane have the takedown defense? I thought he would have the takedown defense in my prediction. But it turns out he doesn't. I think he does, though, Gane. I think Jones is just really good. To be honest, Gane was getting back up to his feet. His rear arm was stuck inside the takedown, though, so he couldn't really do anything about it. And it's hard to get it out at that time. So I think Gane has improved his takedown defense. Personally, I think Jones is just really skilled and good. And Stipe might hold up more than Gone with the takedowns. But you gotta admit, he's eventually gonna get taken down. Cormier was doing well. Like, I just think Stipe will lose. He could land some body shots on Jones, but Jones seems like he has good cardio. We don't know that yet, though. I'd like to see him go 5 rounds as a heavyweight. I think that would be really interesting. Seeing how his cardio would show up, especially if he heavy grapples. It might be all done there before 5 rounds even reaches, but if someone that has good takedown defense, really good takedown defense, and has good stand-up, and Jones goes hard for the takedowns and can't get them, I really would like to see how his cardio would do. I think a bad matchup for him would be Curtis Blades, to be honest with you. I think he'd win against Curtis Blades, John Jones, but I think it'd be a risky fight. Like, I think Blades would survive to, like, the 3rd or 4th round, at least. You know? At least. Maybe late 2nd. He'd survive round 1, 100%, 110%. But yeah, I just think Stipe will lose. Maybe on the feet he can have the power to catch Jones. Cyril Gane doesn't really have that. So maybe, just maybe, Stipe can have it. But who's he KO'd? Cormier in the trilogy rocked him badly. Cormier at this point. An old Cormier. Jones just finished Gane. If he just took Cyril Gane to like a split decision, but he slightly out-edged him, maybe we'd have some questions, but he destroyed Gane like his bitch. Easily. Took him down, got position, took the back position, got the takedown, and then he got better position, went for the guillotine, couldn't get it, landed some shots, guillotine again, Gane taps. Made him look like his bitch. Stipe wouldn't do that to Gane. He wouldn't at all. He'd lose to Gane, I think. I think he'd get struck by Gane. I don't think he has the wrestling credentials enough, like John Jones, to just destroy Gane like that. And Gane will poke at him at range, just like TC did in the rematch until the finish. And just like TC did in the first fight. Doing well against Stipe. Yeah, maybe the wrestling's far different between Gane and Cormier. I get it, but I think Stipe would lose. I think he'd lose. It would be a patient fight early on. Jones would test out the stand-up a bit more. I didn't think he'd really respected Gane's wrestling. I think he knew it'd be easy work, legitimately, and it was easy work. I didn't think that coming into it, but it was easy work for him. I think he knows Stipe can stuff him early, but Stipe is going to have to worry about Jones' power and that. Maybe Jones has the power now to put me out cold. I just got knocked out. I haven't been in it here in almost 3 fucking years. And yeah, I think Jones has the options. He could out-grapple Stipe. Like, maybe in the later rounds he can, like do what he usually did before. And maybe break Stipe, finish him, chew up the legs of Stipe. Maybe Miocic can do the same thing. I just think Miocic will lose badly. And Jones, these guys were kind of supposed to fight before, were rumored to fight before in July, December. It was Miocic that wasn't ready. Like, we could have had it at this date, but Miocic didn't feel like he was ready. I just don't think he'll win. Like, maybe he would have had a chance if before Jones had this big layoff. If he maybe would have had a better chance if it wasn't Gane a few days ago, last weekend, and it was him instead. But now that Jones is shook off the cobwebs, he'll win. Head kick, guillotine, maybe drops Stipe and then goes for the guillotine, like Overeem style. I just think Jones will win. More options. Can maybe outstrike Stipe at range. I think Stipe's done. Stipe's going to lose, I think. Personally. Jones could maybe have the power to catch him coming in. I don't know what Stipe needs to do to win. Maybe chew up the legs. Maybe something different a little bit. Chew up the legs of Jones. Maybe he'll land some body shots. That could work early on as well. Land some good body shot. Like if Jones goes for a takedown, knee to the body shot. Knee to the body. Jones breaks it. Big left body hook. Big left hook to the body. Jones feels it. You know? That's what Miocic should do. But he's too inactive. He's too fucking inactive. He's not going to win. He's not going to win. I don't know why he sat out. Why did he sat out, man? Now he got a response from Stipe. You know? These guys need to fucking fight. Like, they only fight for titles. Like, Covington's fucked up his career. He's in an awkward situation. If Usman beats Edwards in trilogy, Covington should fucking... I'm not going to say it, but... You know, maybe get a rope. You know, maybe get that a little bit. You know? Get a rope. Anyways, we'll move on. Jones wins, I think, there. I think he wins this one. Miocic doesn't have the power to beat him. Doesn't have the technique. And yeah, he won't win. Ngannou stuffed his takedowns. Jones will do it as well. I can see a Jones guillotine offensively or defensively. Both ways. I can see him dropping Stipe and then going for a guillotine as Stipe shoots. I can see Stipe just shooting and gillied. Jones has so many ways to win this fight. After his performance against Gane, if this was before the Gane fight, I was like, okay, I'll pick Jones, but he'll probably just outgrind Stipe against the cage. Land him elbows. Elbows will be a key here. Big cuts as well on Stipe. If this was before the Gane fight, I probably would have picked that, but I think he'll beat Stipe now. I'm really confident about it. I really am. If you're picking Stipe, I really want to know a fucking reason. Like, actually, go out your way. If you're watching this video right now and you're picking Stipe, go right in the comment sections on why you're picking Stipe. And if it's not good enough, fuck you. I'll just counter back and fucking argue with you. You better have a good-ass reason if you're picking Stipe. If you're not, I agree. Jones will win. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Just wanted to do this video because it's going to happen next. Unless one of them get injured or something like that. And the winner of Blades Pavlovich has to step up. But, yeah, I think Jones will win it. Either head kick or guillotine. Don't know. Round 1 finish either way. Round 2 maybe as well. Yeah, peace.